Hello students, we have come to the third session of our third SEM syllabus. In yesterday's class, we have introduced a very important definition, that is the definition of limit point, and also we have proved a very important theorem, that is Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. What is the statement of Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem? Every bounded sequence has a limit point. We have proved this theorem by taking two cases, when the range set S is finite and the range set S is infinite. Every bounded sequence has a limit point. It is a Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem, very very important. Hopefully you have gone through it and it is clear to you. In addition to this, please have a look at the definition of limit point of a sequence. You think of a number xi, right? When do you say that xi is a limit point of the sequence Sn? Xi is a limit point of the sequence Sn if neighborhood of xi contains infinitely many terms of the sequence. Neighborhood of xi contains infinitely many terms of the sequence. What do you mean by neighborhood of xi? You take a small width epsilon. This is xi plus epsilon. The other one is xi minus epsilon. Okay. So the open interval xi minus epsilon and xi plus epsilon. This is the neighborhood of xi. Neighborhood of xi is an open interval. If this interval contains infinitely many terms of the sequence, we say that xi is a limit point of the sequence Sn. Is it clear? Okay, fine. So we have also studied the definition of limit supremum and limit infimum. Limit supremum of a sequence and limit infimum of a sequence Sn. Okay. See, what is limit supremum? Limit supremum, otherwise called upper limit of a sequence. See, among all the limit points of a sequence, the largest value is limit supremum and smallest value is limit infimum. Okay. If limit supremum is equal to limit infimum, that's equal to say value L, then this L is also equal to limit of the sequence Sn as n is tending to infinity. Right? So if limit supremum is equal to limit infimum, upper limit is equal to lower limit, then we say that our sequence Sn is converging to L, converges to L, CGS converges to L. Okay. So having this background, we look at the problems to be solved today. Okay. You are having sequences where the nth term, the first one is minus 1 to the power n. You want to check for boundedness, find the limit points, limit superior, limit inferior. For minus 1 to the power n as the nth term, the members of the sequence are minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. When n is 1, it is minus 1. When n is 2, it is plus 1. For odd values of n, it is minus 1. Even values of n, it is plus 1. So all the terms of this sequence lies between minus 1 and 1. That is, the term is either plus 1 or it is minus 1. So all the values lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So sequence is bounded because it has an upper bound and lower bound, it is bounded. What are the limit point of the sequence? It is minus 1 and plus 1. Why? If you take any interval with minus 1 as a midpoint, take an interval with minus 1 as a midpoint, this neighborhood, this interval, neighborhood contains infinitely many terms of the sequence. Which are the infinitely many terms? Minus 1, first term, third term, fifth term, any odd term. Any odd term. There are infinitely many odd terms which are equal to minus 1, it is found here. Therefore, minus 1 is a limit point as well as plus 1 is a limit point. Among these two limit points, largest value is 1. Largest value is 1. So, limit superior or upper limit is 1. Limit inferior andre lower limit that is the smaller of all the limit points. Here there are only 2 limit points, smaller is minus 1. Limit superior is 1, limit inferior is minus 1. Look at the second example, 1 plus minus 1 whole power n. Here the terms are 0, 2, 0, 2, etc. All the terms lies between 0 and 2. In fact, the term value is either 2 or 0. Okay. So it is bounded above, bounded below, and hence sequence is bounded. 0 and 2 both are the limit point of the sequence Sn. There are only 2 limit points which are 0 and 2. Because if you take any interval with the 0 as a midpoint, any interval with the 0 as midpoint, the neighborhood of 0 contains infinitely many terms of the sequence. Here, the value 0 appears as first term, third term, fifth term, any odd term. Odd term andre, there are infinitely many odd terms, infinitely many even terms. Therefore, 0 is a limit point, 2 is also limit point, as every neighborhood of 0 and 2 contains infinitely many terms of this sequence. Okay. Among 0 and 2, the larger value is 2, the limit supremum. Smaller value is 0, the limit infimum. Okay. Third example, 1 by n. You know that all the terms of sequence 1 by n lies between 0 and 1. 0 less than n less than or equal to 1. 0 is not a member of the sequence. Since 1 is upper bound, 0 is a lower bound, sequence is bounded. Okay. Limit point of the sequence is only 0. 0 is the only limit point. Because reason is very clear. For the sequence 1 by n, all the terms are between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. As n is increasing, your 1 by n is approaching 0. You take n equal to 100, n equal to 1000, n equal to 10,000, n equal to 1 crore, it will come very, very, very close to 0. So, majority, infinitely many terms will be accumulated near 0. Right? Infinitely many terms, as n is growing, as n is increasing, your 1 by n is approaching 0. Therefore, infinitely many terms will be very close to 0, and hence 0 is a limit point. Since there is only one limit point, limit superior as well as limit inferior, both are same. Upper limit and lower limit are same, both equal to 0. That is, limit of the sequence is 0, or in this case you can say that the sequence is converging to 0. Sequence 1 by n converges to 0, right? Because the limit of the sequence as n tends to infinity is 0. Okay? 0 is the only limit point. 0 is the only limit point. Upper limit, lower limit are same. Limit superior, limit inferior are same. It is equal to 0. And it is equal to limit of the limit of Sn. Okay? In the next example, minus 1 to the power n minus 1 by n factorial. Here, there is one error in the notes sent to you, a print error it is. It should have been plus in the third term, no? Right? In the earlier notes you have received, it is found to be minus, make it plus. Alternatively, positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay. Fine. Positive, negative. Here it is positive. This is negative. Clear, Allah? Simply print error. Just look at the value of minus 1 to the power n minus 1. When n is equal to 1, this is 0 aitu. Minus 1 to the power 0 andre 1 plus aitu. When n equal to 2, 2 minus 1, 1 aitu. Minus 1 to the power 1 andre negative. So alternatively positive negative ಬೇಕೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ದವರು ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಓಕೆ this sequence already you have seen in the yesterday's example. Here the least value is minus half, largest value is 1, all the terms lies between minus half and 1. So lower bound is minus half, upper bound is 1, it is bounded sequence. Fine. And what is the limit point in the 0 is the limit point of the sequence, because here also as n is increasing 1 by n factorial is approaching 0. 1 by n factorial is coming closer to 0. Positive value ಇರುವಾಗ right ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, negative values ಇರುವಾಗ left ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It is approaching 0, right? So infinitely many terms are around 0. Therefore 0 is a limit point. 0 is the only limit point. Therefore upper limit equal to lower limit equal to 0. That's equal to limit of the sequence Sn as n tend to infinity. See, whenever upper limit and lower limit are equal, we say that sequence is converging to 0. Is that clear? Okay. Please look at the example. Sn equal to n square. When n equal to 1, it is 1. N equal to 2, 2 square, 4. 3 square, 9. 4 square, 16. 5 square, 25, etc. Clearly, all the terms of the sequence are greater than or equal to 1. So 1 is a lower bound. Sequence Sn is bounded below, but it is not bounded above. As n is increasing, n square is also increasing, so it is not bounded above. It is an unbounded sequence. Okay. Is there any limit point? You cannot think of any limit point here. So look at the width here. The particular value around infinitely many values ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. ನೀವು 25 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 25 ಇಂದ 16ಗೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ 9 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ನಂಬರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಇಸ್ 0.0001. ಆ ಆರ್ಡ್ರಿನ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ಕಾಣಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ನಂಬರ್ ಝೈ ಫಾರ್ ವಿಚ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಝೈ ಅದರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದರ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತು ಝೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ the sequence has no limit point. Is it clear? This sequence has no limit point because there is no number xi, right, for which the neighborhood of xi contains infinitely many terms of this sequence. Okay. If you take neighborhood of 16 will contain only 16. Neighborhood of 16, small neighborhood, ದೊಡ್ಡ neighborhood ಅಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು 5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪುತ್ತೂರು ಇಡೀ ತಾಲೂಕು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ. You take a small neighborhood, small ಅಂದರೆ as small as epsilon. Epsilon ಇದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಏನು? 10 to the power -3, 10 to the power -4 ಆಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ 16 ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ 16 ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಫೈನಿಟ್ಲಿ ಮೆನಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫಿನಿಶಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ನೌ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಟುಡೇ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ with a unique limit point is convergent ಅಂತ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಎವರ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ಎವ್ರಿ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬೊಲ್ಝಾನೋ-ವಯಸ್ಟಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ. ಬೊಲ್ಝಾನೋ-ವಯಸ್ಟಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ? ಎವ್ರಿ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಯುನೀಕ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. Assume that sequence Sn is bounded sequence with a unique limit point. Such a limit point is possible by Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. ಈ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟನ್ನು ಎಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೈ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಗಿವನ್ ಆಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ greater than 0, the terms of the sequence, that is Sn, belongs to the open interval L minus epsilon, L plus epsilon. ಅದು ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಫ್ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಫೈನಿಟ್ಲಿ ಮೆನಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್. ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಫೈನಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ terms of the sequence. Okay. It contains Sn for infinite number of values of n. Okay. What do you mean by this? Only a finite number of values are outside this interval. Only finite number ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ? ಒಂದು m-1 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ, ರೈಟ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ m-1 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್, ಸೇ you just keep it outside. Okay. So excluding the first m-1 values, all other term value of the sequence lies in the interval. That is, Sn belongs to the open interval L minus epsilon, L plus epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m ಅಂದರೆ excepting m-1 values. m-1 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಉಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟರ್ಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಈ ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಈ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನಿಂದ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿರಬೇಕು. ಎನಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್, ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಇದು ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್. ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನಿಂದ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದರ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವ ದೂರದಿಂದ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಲ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m. You have studied the definition of convergence. This is to mean that sequence Sn is converging to L by your definition. That is, sequence Sn converges to the unique limit L. So this is a theorem. Understand? Every bounded sequence with the unique limit point is convergent. Punah nodi. Assume that sequence Sn is bounded sequence with the unique limit point L. Right? Such a limit point L exists by Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. That is already there existing. Fine. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಅದು ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನ್. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಯುನೀಕ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್, ದ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ infinitely many terms of the sequence. That means only finite values are outside. Let us assume that m minus 1 values are outside. Okay, m minus 1. First m minus 1. 1, 2, 3 up to m minus 1. After mth value, every value is inside this. For all n greater than or equal to m, the term of the sequence lies inside the interval. That is to mean that mod Sn minus L is less than epsilon. Epsilon ಇಂದ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿರಬೇಕು. ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಒಳಗಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ epsilon ಇಂದ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿರಬೇಕು. For all n greater than or equal to m. That is, sequence Sn is converging to L. So every bounded sequence with the unique limit point is convergent. Hence a proof. Important theorem, you have to study it. Okay. I'll just conclude the today's session. It is a smaller session for you, right? By adding an equivalent definition of a convergent sequence. Equivalent definition of a convergent sequence. Other day you have studied the definition. A sequence Sn is converging to L. A sequence Sn is converging to L when if mod Sn minus L is less than epsilon. However, for given epsilon greater than 0. Okay. And it is true for all n greater than or equal to m anta helidire ನೀವು. Right? For all n greater than or equal to m. A sequence Sn is converging to L if for given epsilon greater than 0, mod Sn minus L less than epsilon. For all n greater than or equal to m ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋದು, ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಎ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ Sn is said to be convergent if it is bounded and has a unique limit point. ಈ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನನ್ನು ಈ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಎ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ Sn is said to be convergent if it is bounded and has a unique limit point. Okay. Giving an equivalent definition means you are characterizing that property. That's what we say in mathematics. Characterization of the property of convergence. Right? A remark nodi. A necessary and sufficient condition for a sequence Sn to converge to L, okay, is that for each epsilon greater than 0, however small there corresponds a positive integer m for which mod Sn minus L less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m. ಈ ನೆಸಸರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೇಳಿರಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನೆಸಸರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಬೈ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬೈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಬೈ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ, ನೆಸಸರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ನಾನು ಇಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೋಡಿ. ಎ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ Sn converges to L if and only if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a positive integer m such that mod Sn minus L less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m ಅಂತ. What is the meaning of this? P implies Q and Q implies P ಅಂತ. P implies Q as well as Q implies P. P if and only if Q ಅಂದರೆ P if and only if Q ಅಂದರೆ P implies Q as well as Q Q implies P. Two conditional ಇದು ಕಂಜಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ ಈಕ್ವಿವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಡೋದು ಈಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ ಈಕ್ವಿವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, please have a look at this. A sequence Sn converges to L if and only if. Means this implies other one and the other one implies this, both. Direct and converse, both are true. For each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that mod Sn minus L less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m. So this is an equivalent condition for convergence. Okay. So I will not continue to the next topic today. Today is a smaller session for you. So, but you make these things very, very clear to you. Okay, if you have any doubt, please call or please put a message. I will clarify immediately. Some of your classmates are contacting time to time with their doubts and for clarifications. But rest of the students, out of 67 students, about 7 students are contacting very regularly. I hope remaining 60 students are following this and you are writing the notes very regularly and also you are understanding the concepts. If you fail to do this, it is a very bad thing because after we come back to the college, we may not have much time. We will not go through these topics again. This is a regular class. Please assume this. This is a regular class. Please consider this as a regular class and you have to do your work very regularly. If you have doubts, clarify day to day basis. Don't avoid this, please. Okay. So hoping that you will take your studies seriously here in our online business and cooperate. Certainly I will help you and you will help our institution also. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.